Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2019 film Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil and Vile. A film that is directed by Joe Berlinger and it stars Zac Efron and Lily Collins. Now apparently Joe Berlinger, so I've heard, is the guy behind the Netflix documentary all based on Ted Bundy that I haven't seen, that I might actually watch now after watching this film. And this film focuses on the serial killer Ted Bundy, played by Zac Efron, and played very, very competently by Zac Efron. But this does it a little bit differently to maybe some serial killer films that you're used to. This doesn't focus on the shocking acts really that were committed, and it doesn't graphically show these things that Ted Bundy did, these despicable acts that he did. It does it from a different perspective. It almost feels like a film. It's a weird film to watch because you watch this film and you kind of think like, oh, did he do it? And when you realise afterwards, after some thought, it was done in the perspective of him, because he kind of, fought his case right till the end almost, and from this weird persona that he had, this charisma that he had, that managed to draw women to him and things, it was almost done from that perspective. It was a very, very weird film to watch, but it was very, very well made, I do have to say. And Zac Efron does wonderfully well in this part. I've always been a champion of Zac Efron in the sense of, as an actor, I think he has got a lot of talent, and so far I've seen him in things like the Good Neighbours films and things like that. But he's starting to shine through now as an actor, and I think this really, really has put him on a pedestal, and he does a tremendous job here. As does Lily Collins as Liz Kendall, his long-suffering partner. And it was a bizarre film to watch this. And it focuses on Ted Bundy's life from like the late 60s when he meets Liz, played by Lily Collins, right through to the late 80s, almost up to his execution, I suppose you could say. And it focuses on him being arrested first for some of the lesser crimes, and then being charged with the more serious crimes, and then it being escalated and him being bounced from state to state, and then it becomes like a courtroom drama. But it always retains, he always puts the brakes on in regards to showing graphic things and stuff. It doesn't really do that. It focuses on it from a different perspective, and it's a fascinating film to watch in many ways, and a different kind of portrait of a serial killer in a film form, and it gets you to think about the case slightly differently. The main issue I have with this film is I don't think it paid enough respect to Ted Bundy's victims. It focused too much on him for me. It was uncomfortable to watch because they portrayed him, and it was probably who he was. They portrayed him to be this really charismatic guy who was the victim to some degree, and you found yourself almost buying into it watching this film. It was fascinating how they managed to do it, but when you analyse it afterwards, you understand why it was done that way, because that's probably how he felt. He probably felt the victim, and this strange power he had to draw women to him, and the power he had over them. It was uncomfortable to watch, but a very, very sinister but charming lead performance by Zac Efron. But for me, I think it glossed over the victims too much. I would have liked the light to have been shined on them a little more. Not that I'm saying I wanted to see graphic stuff and the murders taking place, I didn't. But even though you get some mention of some of the victims, it's only right at the end they give you a list of his confirmed kills kind of thing, even though they suspected there were many more. And to me, I would imagine it would be quite upsetting for maybe some families of his victims watching this, because it focused on him too much, and that left me feeling uncomfortable. But I think that was probably the point. It's a very, very bizarre film to watch. Really good performances. The courtroom stuff was fascinating. It was the first filmed courtroom, first time cameras were let in the courtroom, I believe, in America. So it became like this huge celebrity phenomenon, and everybody was on board with it. And yeah, but yeah, I thought the look and feel of the film was bang on. Lily Collins was excellent. I tell you who was in this film as well, Haley Joel Osment as well, who you don't see that often. I thought he gave a really, really good performance too. He's not in it a huge amount, but he's still got some talent as this actor, Haley Joel Osment, which was nice to see him in a film. So yeah, it's a hard one to judge this. I liked it, I really liked it. I'm not sure how it made me feel. It made me feel really uncomfortable. I'm not sure the perspective of the film fully worked. I think they maybe needed to move the balance a little bit more towards the victims too, which is why I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10. It's just shy of 8 out of 10 for me because of that reason. But it's a fascinating film to watch, and I do recommend it, especially if it's a subject matter that interests you. It puts a different perspective on it, and I suspect I might feel differently if I do watch his Netflix show as well, the director's Netflix show. This might be a nice companion piece to that, I'm not really sure. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time on Screen Stars.